What's up? Andy with Soblue Productions, bringing you the third round of the 2020 Big Rip Classic presented by Discraft. I am here again with Tailor, Holley.
In the hizzy.
Thank you, Tremont at 22 Apartments for the video sponsorship. We got a great tournament going. There you can see the other sponsors of the videos. But up to this point, it's been a battle the whole way. If you've watched the first two rounds, you've seen that. There you can see the leaderboard. Tony got that one stroke lead coming into this last round, so that's going to be possibly a big stroke. But the players on chase card and so on, right in the mix. So Taylor, just jump us right into it.
Yeah, I mean, stacked board all the way down. I'm really looking forward to this third round, especially because last round was beautiful. Seems like, jogging back and forth leaderboard, and as you saw even from the last round, we had a bunch of guys come up that weren't on the lead card to really make statements. So anybody's game here.
That's right. So here you see hole one. You saw it in round one as well. This same pool played this course, beautiful course, Eagles Landing. These first 6 holes, very technical. This one, you can see Tony here playing the low skip, which is pretty ideal. He'll have a 25, 30-foot putt there.
This is kind of cool. This looks like it was all woods at some point. Somebody came in with a bush hog and just went, here's a fairway.
So Silas going with the turnover.
Yeah, and a pretty little, just the hole in general shape's perfect for just a lazy turnover almost. You know what I mean? You don't have to put too much work into it. Don't have to torque too much into anything. And the always effervescent, extravagant, flamboyant Matt Orum with the pajama pant bottoms, the houndstooth top hat, and his sponsorship shirt. I love it.
Yeah, and another thing to note, his sunglasses stayed on through the whole throw. Newcomer to the card for the tournament, Cameron Roberts.
Yeah, I actually played with Cam in Nashville at the Music City Open.
Oh, shout out to
Big time tomahawk player.
Man, yeah.
Or overhand player. A lot of power, a lot of torque. Pretty good idea where the disc is going, as you see there. He got it locked down. So be interesting to see if there's a lot of holes like this he can really attack. Just go right over everything.
Just a bit outside.
Slight right.
Yeah, it's really a hole that if you're going to start on it, you want to get it. But
like
there's a great putt there from Tony. There's too many holes on this course that are separators.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and Matt just unfortunate to get around that corner, kind of stuck in that gap over there. Pushed him out about 30 and maybe a little past 30 and just missed the putt. So, whereas you saw Tony took kind of a similar line, but the brush kind of held him up there, allowed him to get maybe a 25-foot putt, and so shouldn't be too difficult here for these guys tapping out.
No, and Cameron, I believe, the true local out of Hattiesburg.
Awesome, didn't know that.
So yeah, good
Very
to
nice.
actually make the lead card on the final round. That's pretty impressive.
There you go, Matt, the only one with the par. But early in the round, scores are tight. Gonna be a fun battle.
Yes, it is. That takes us to hole 2. 2.96 average, so it's right there in the middle of the pack this round. It's 331 feet. As you saw in round 1, these first 6 holes again, if you miss the fairway, it is a natural OB, and it is a tough OB. So this hole included, you want to stay in the fairway.
Ooh, and this is flirting with danger. Oh no, that is mucho trouble.
I believe that means much trouble.
I have no idea if that's what that actually means. Hopefully that's correct.
In the language you were speaking.
Yes, that's exactly what it meant. Oh, nice little kick out there.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with, just throwing dead straight like Silas did there. He's going to give him a look. There you can see the basket.
Yeah, I think that's This is one of those holes where, especially with the slope, right, going up into the basket, the disc is going to naturally finish for these righties left. So if you just play a straight shot, let the hill take the disc up there, that's all you're asking for.
Yep. Yeah, and Nageeb not getting so lucky there with that kick, but.
And Cam probably has this one limb to miss. But there's a fight back. Got a chance. Oh. Yeah. A little tough on those guardian trees there for him to penetrate with that type of throw, but. And sunglasses are back off. Should have just had like a sunglass counter.
Yeah,
like how many
should have.
Yeah.
So Tony actually looks decently movable there.
Oh yeah, beautiful cut.
It's a great shot.
Yep. And somewhere out there, Eric Stevenson is wondering why we haven't done a counter of any other proportion after the tree counter we did in Huntsville that year. Oh my goodness, Nageeb is in the heebie-jeebies.
Yes, he is.
Yikes.
Yeah. And electing to go with the pitch out, I think, was the right play. He just didn't execute it like he wanted.
Yeah, and I think every now and then you have to really check yourself and just go, okay, if I can't do anything here that's going to make a stroke difference, don't try to do anything at all, right? And I think he maybe tried to cut a corner on the pitch out instead of just pitching out. I mean, I think that's a common mistake we all make at some point in the round. So we know we can do crazy things with a disc, but at some point you just play safe shots, smart shots. That soft left side.
Yeah, it was.
Just a little high.
Another thing to note, as we like to do, we like to see the trends. And Tony has implemented 4 different ways of putting.
Yep.
Nice putt there from Silas.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that one, he had a traditional stance.
Which he also did on the first hole.
Yep.
So 1 for 2. Oh, Matt. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That's very unusual.
So just this hole 1, these tap outs should be fairly simple.
A couple of pars. And unfortunately, 1 double bogey, I believe. Yep. And that's going to be tough to chew on. Like some old beef jerky.
Yeah.
Just real tough. Yep. Drops Nageeb back 4 strokes from the lead.
Yep. And not a hole you want to, or maybe it is a hole you want to come to after that. Maybe you can gain a stroke or so. Hole 3, par 3, 313 feet. As the drone showed, it is a narrow, straight shot. 5th hardest hole on the course for the day.
Ooh, wow.
And
tight fairway.
yeah, once again, off the fairway is not where you want to be. Not that it ever is.
And that is, so good though. Just
Yeah.
1 tree to beat.
Very, very smooth backhand.
Man, almost got that thing to come out in that tight gap. That is so bizarre. Gotta beat the same tree. Oh, we need to beat it.
Yes,
Very
he did.
nice. All right, now we'll see if Matt can get a birdie putt going to get something started this round.
Yeah.
Does not
that's
seem to
right.
have the putt going early.
0 for 2 there.
Mhm.
Didn't think about that. Tony with the hat off.
And the forehand.
Come up a little short.
Gonna have work to do. This looks great. Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't draw it up better than that. Beautiful commitment, especially after taking the double the whole previous.
Very, very beautiful out there from Cam.
Useful. It's not just a tee shot. It's utility shot. Who knew?
Yeah, and thinking, I guess, when we talk about it, that's probably a comfortable shot for him, actually, based on the way he throws. So, I'd say the make percent here is about 40%. Hey-oh.
Not for Silas.
I mean, that could have been a part of the 40%,
Oh, yeah.
It depends on how you want to cut that pie.
That's true. Great start for him, though.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Something I noticed there, that was much more smooth. He had that just flowing follow through. I don't think he did that on the previous hole. Kind of just locked it up at the end.
Yeah, like he got a little more legs involved there, and like you said, a little more body motion. Tony, back to the turbo as we keep up with that. Cam, great recovery shot out of the edge of the woods.
Yeah,
and I feel like so far from the 3 holes I've seen, I mean, that's a lot of what you got to do here is manage. If you don't park the baskets, you got to get out of the woods and manage your strokes.
Yeah, 100%. That takes us to hole 4, 6th hardest hole, 321 feet. As you saw in round 1, this hole plays a lot further than it seems. It's just slowly inclining the whole way, so turnovers like to dig into the ground, forehands like to skip out to the right. So it's a shot to get to the pin. It's got to be perfect. And like Silas, there's nothing wrong with that shot. It's just going to come up a little short.
Sunglass counter would be at 2, by the way.
50%.
Yeah. Oh, this is too much. Yep. Yeah, tough hole. Playing slight uphill and to the right, so you're trying to play turnover, but you got to watch your elevation. You got a low ceiling to push through. First forehand of the day for Cam.
Mm-hmm. That was a good height there from Tony.
Ah, oh, geez, it's still so short. You're right. This is. Ew. And this is one of those shots, Andy, where I feel like you get in here and you go, okay, what is the worst thing that can happen that I do here?
Good
and
branch.
Thankful for that branch. Cam doesn't have to find out because that disc would have gone another 30 feet. Jeez, that stuff is thick.
Yeah.
Playing no games.
Yeah, I don't think you caught round 1 since we had the guest commentary there from Brad, but these first few holes, we had multiple kicks into the woods that were nearly unfindable.
Really?
Couple rethrows. So it's tough.
Brutal. But hey.
Yeah. Jump
putt
here.
Challenging course. And so far I can't say that the fairways aren't fair. So, I mean, it's.
Yeah, right. That was a good thing to point to is you hit your line and you're gonna pay off. And there's not too many of these. Like these first 6 are very different from the rest of the course. Great run from Nageeb. But it is fair, so you're just disappointed if you throw a bad shot.
Sure. Oh,
it's beautiful. It's a great looking putt.
It's such a good putt. We'll see some testy comebackers here.
Confident putt though. Good run.
Good run.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You've played with Cameron. I want to say I heard he's only been playing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Obviously, you can tell ex-baseball player turned disc golfer, so happen to be a fan myself because that's
and basketball maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually when we were in Nashville, people were trying to guess what position. I think they guessed like pitcher, but he actually was a shortstop, I believe, if I remember correctly. Cam,
interesting.
You can comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comment box. But I believe That was the position.
Solid comeback there.
Yep.
It's funny to see how many baseball players turn into disc golfers. It's like just a natural transition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're anything like me, I was not ever great at throwing a frisbee, but throwing a disc was a little different, especially because of the forehand motion.
Mm-hmm. Brings us to hole number 5. Surprisingly, only the 7th hardest hole. 4.15. It's a difficult shot. Really, you see this tee shot, you're gonna try to throw something straight, maybe land in this area. If you want to get really risky, go for it a little bit more. You want to fade into this part of the fairway, and from here it's just tight. You got 2 little bitty alleys.
Jeez.
Yeah, lots of trees here guarding the basket. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's shocking it's the 7th hardest hole this round.
Now, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong here, and I could be, but has this course been slightly redesigned from years past? Okay.
Yes, used to be the basket. That's a great tee shot.
Because this was like a par 3 in years past, right? It's a little shorter left on the pin, so they've turned this into a par 4.
Yes, exactly. Gotcha. Correct. Jeep just off to a shaky start.
Yeah, a little average start. And yeah, I mean, just some really demanding tee shots out of the gate. Not a lot of room for error.
No, Tony took the super wide route. I did not expect that.
Them sunglasses, man. It's every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, those 2 shots from Silas and Matt are ideal.
Yeah, fantastic. That'll do.
Yeah, not bad there.
That'll do.
Tough little angle.
Oh, did he just get around it?
Nah, I think he kicked it. Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, like you said, it's a tough angle. You kind of stand still with your back leg, back, I guess, drop back behind you. That's really tough. And the hole not getting any easier for Nageeb so far.
Not at all.
I mean, this is a mess.
Come up a touch short. Yeah, out of 1 through 6, if any of those needed some more clearing out, this would be it. But the difficulty is there for everybody. So
now turn to the basket. Beautiful shot. Stop. Whoa. Quit. Still a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
To get where he's at in 2 is excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jeep just really needing to put this one close.
All right. Give himself a chance from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Matt and Silas, this is ideal position for this hole. Putter up shots, hit a gap. Should be just fine. A little short, but makeable. This entryway is just so tight.
Yes.
I mean, as demanding as the tee shot is, I feel like your second shot is equally as demanding.
Yeah, it's interesting. Your tee shot, you got to hit the gap early. Your up shot, your gap is at the end.
Yep.
It's 2 totally different throws you're having to make. And that's unfortunate for Silas being in such good position.
Not a birdie you want to give up.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, and Tony with the straddle putt again. It's all over it.
I think he's hit chains on every putt this round.
Yeah. And they've all been the right height. I mean, not been anywhere but center on height. Jeez. Yeah, Nageeb again back to the shaky-ish start, not really getting anything going here. And you just wonder if, I know it's early, but final round pressure, final card.
Good putt there. Yeah, and it is a thing. I mean, he's been at the top the entire tournament, but finishing it out is a whole nother deal. So
good putt.
yes, confident putt there after more strokes than you want.
Testy little putt here from Cam. Just enough of the tree. Don't have to worry about it.
Smooth.
Yep, smooth.
For a more recent professional player, he's got a nice composed, attitude.
Yeah, had a good demeanor the whole time in Nashville. Cool guy to be on the card with for sure.
Well, these 3 putts have been textbook.
Yeah, and for Silas, not getting the 3 there, but still, I mean, you can't be mad about the 4 on that hole. I know his upshot's frustrating, but could have been a lot worse. As you see, we had a 6 on the card, so
yeah.
Nageeb going to really have to pull it back together here in a hurry if he wants to give himself a chance at this championship.
That's right. Silas moving to a 2-stroke lead on the card is big coming through these first 6. So 3rd hardest hole on the course, par 4, 405 feet, averaging almost half a stroke over par. Your tee shot really needs to be in the middle. Beautiful little green ending here, but if you are short in the fairway, you have that hyzer route over the trees that a lot of players like to take. And Matt going to just be on the edge over there.
And every time Cam gets ready to throw, I start trying to find the line that he's going to take, and I have not chosen it correctly once. A strong rip from Silas there.
Mm-hmm.
Come out just a little. Beautiful. Very nice. Great camera work. Some footwork there from the lady.
Fantastic shot.
Oh, okay.
So Tony actually
electing to go
going
play.
soft, gonna aim for that big hyzer route.
And I know we were talking about 2 completely different sports in golf and disc golf, but I think that's cool because in golf you see that a lot more where certain holes might benefit a player to play a 2-iron out into the fairway versus a driver. You don't see it as much in disc golf, so I think it's cool to see something like this, to see a guy take a different route than everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Having to get really tight off that tree. Just not quite making it back, but advanced a good bit down the fairway, which you may not have been able to do.
Matt electing to go on the same line that Tony went on. Very nice. Got the distance, got the hyzer, and got the push. Go in.
Oh. When I saw it come over those trees, it looked like it.
Cool little basket there too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, not quite getting that angle correct to flatten that out and slide, which is what he was looking for. Unfortunately, catching a little bit of the edge and cut rolling.
I was really pulling for a 2 there.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
It'd be awesome to witness.
Solid out.
Yeah.
Take your medicine, take the 4. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What a great putt.
That was
Par
beautiful.
save too, wasn't it? Yeah, he went tree. Oh, basically a tree. Roll away
Right. Par putt.
to a beautiful putt.
Yep. There we go, Nageeb. That's
Yeah.
a center-looking confident putt. Maybe that birdie will get him going here.
Yeah.
It's what we can hope for. Back to the turbo. Not a problem.
As you would assume with the elevated basket.
Mm-hmm.
That is something good to have in your arsenal. Just a little flick of the wrist into the chains.
Flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist.
So Silas maintaining that 2-stroker.
Oh, yeah, I remember this course now, Andy.
Moving on to hole 7.
I do remember now.
You would be shocked to see that it's the hardest hole playing on the course today.
Wow.
It's a mere 400 feet, but it is.
Hey, that wind and that
It is
hill.
windy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it plays up on that hill, so you miss a putt coming back. I mean, all kinds of things to happen, but as you can see, the wind has picked up on this part of the course, so a whole other aspect to manage.
And I'm going to say from the body language there that Matt is not happy with that throw. Could be worse things.
Could be worse, yeah.
And I would think Silas is in attack mode here. Oh my goodness, sit down. Come back. Wow.
He teed off on that one, that's for sure.
Whoa. All
Good
right.
stop.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought I was about to roll down the hill.
Yes. Humpty Dumpty. This looks good.
Yes, it does.
Slide up. Oh, yes. I want to tell you, that's some interesting. It looks like some real soft dirt as you're saying there. I figured
Yeah.
you'd get some kind of slide skip, and it is very soft.
Just not quite getting the air he needed on that. Yeah, and yet most of the players are kind of in and up down there, so I'm just either it's the wind.
It's got to be the rollaways, man. Got to be rollaways down the hill that are causing bogeys. Because you'd think from here it's just the easy upshot, right? But I think also putting from behind this basket is, and I don't know what Cam's about to do, but that is a shaky, scary putt.
Yeah.
And could easily cause a 5 at that point, right? You're putting behind the basket for a 3, or you could just drain it for a 2 like Tony.
Thank you.
Whoa now. Prime example.
Yeah. Lucky it didn't roll.
Yeah, it's like
Down
you're
the hill.
Silas here. You just lay up. Yeah, good lay
Honestly,
up.
not a bad play.
No, take your 3.
Just rip a drive and lay back up to the basket.
Hey-oh.
Great putt
There's
there.
some confidence with that basket setting.
Yeah.
And this one will test the nerves.
Yeah, that's a scary putt. Typical nerve check. Little less height than you need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your natural tendency is like, well, I don't want to earmail this or soar it overwards, so my eyes are going to drop a little low on the basket, and sure enough, your hands will follow where your eyes go. Yeah, good par from Silas.
Yeah.
From where he was. Smart play there.
Yeah, there you go. Two twos.
Yep.
Nice putt.
She'd
from
gotten
Tony.
2 back in 2 holes. So.
Yeah, he did. So 5 strokes isn't too bad.
Yep.
Got a lot of
golf.
disc golf. So I'm going from the hardest hole straight to the easiest hole.
Oh, wow.
2.46 is the average. So 292 feet, and it's just a pure hazard that you're going to land somewhere in the circle. I mean, all these players should have that 300 in the bag. just let it fade right in.
Yeah, and far enough away from the water too that you're not really having to be concerned with putting a little too much on it and going in the water, right? You got a good 40 feet behind the basket to the water, so these guys should be able to attack.
Yeah, and that wind is, I believe, kind of right to left at this point.
Get there. Whew, well short. Maybe the water's scaring Tony a little bit, but you would think somebody with the last name Bass would not be scared of the water.
Good shot there.
And that is sawed off left. Boy, I tell you, for the easiest hole in the course, they're not making it look easy.
That is very true. Thud. Yeah, he'll be right inside the circle. And, well, no, there's three. I guess just three in the circle. That's kind of shocking.
And that's 2 in the last 3 holes that Silas is probably kicking himself for not getting. I mean, going back to that par 4 that he was in prime position for, and now this hole. Definitely strokes you would love to have on the field as you have the lead. Just continuing to help press that lead.
I'm not actually sure if he was in balance.
Oh, okay.
2. That might have been his putt for 3.
Yikes.
There's a 2.
Nice putt from Cam.
He's getting the putter going.
Yep.
And we know he has the distance with the overhand, so that could be a scary combination.
And you got a chance to get another one back here. Ay, 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 ay.
When you hit them that solid, even if it's a little off center, you want it to stick.
Yeah, I mean, a little pine tar or something to just help the sticky out.
Matt converts there, so he will gain a stroke.
Yeah, and maybe 2, depending on.
Yeah.
I forgot the scoring
Very
here in a
true.
second. We'll tap in par for Tony. Yeah, and anybody's game here. So, I mean, these are like the really frustrating parts of the final round when you've got some easy holes like this that you can't capitalize on when that leaderboard is just jockeying back and forth.
Yeah, so it was for his 3. So Silas ends up taking the bogey. Matt gains 2 strokes, and now we've got 3 within 1 stroke at the top of the leaderboard. So
Yep, with this fun hole coming up.
that's right. So hole 9, 354 feet. This one is all about getting your disc to stick wherever you want to throw it. The concern here is the roll away down the hill, and really it's kind of not up to you.
Yeah, well, and I love that. I think in the last year's video, a lot of this grass was not cut, and they've come and shaved the grass here around the basket, and so you're really going to have to make sure you land this disc at the correct angle here, because as you see, you're going to get a lot more rollaways with that grass being cut. Shaved down, it makes it fun. Wow, and I will say one thing about that type of shot is it always amazes me that when that disc lands, hardly ever gets a roll away based on the way that it kind of hits and flops up in the air and
That's true. Kind of
dies.
tacos on the ground.
Little lean check.
Got that nice pull through in his throw.
Butter. Oh yeah, settle.
Had some action down there.
A little bit. I think it stayed for the most part. And as scary as or as much as you have to worry about the tee shot setting, same with the putter, which at least for your putter, a little more dull nose. But if it stands up, it is a goner. Oh, wow.
Dang. That was a big putt, too.
I know, man. Matt's been close on a few here that could really change what this leaderboard looks like. Oh.
I tell you, he's heating up.
Yep, that just stayed in there.
If he had made the putt on 7, the death putt, which he, out of all of these, that's the one he's going to be wanting back.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
That one should have stayed.
Yeah, and that's like, at that point, you just kind of have to, I don't know, angrily laugh at what is happening. I mean, that is arguably 2 good putts, if not 3, that could have stayed in the basket and all got kick outs. So,
yep, and he's still at 15, so he's still within striking range.
yep. Silas getting his lead back though after this first 9 holes. Matt 1 off. I believe Tony's 1 off as well.
2
off. Yep. Okay, that's right. He didn't make the putt there. So, and then Nageeb and Cam 5 back with. There's 19 holes here, Randy. So 10 to play on the back 9 or the back 10. So a little room there, but that's one of those 2 guys gonna have to be real hot to make something happen.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen it before.
Yep.
Never count somebody out on a scoring course.
Especially, I'm about to say on this back 10 is for sure scoreable. These guys are out of the woods.
Yes.
A lot of birdies to happen. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So check out coming your way. Peace.